Hey there everyone, it's Mike. I review nootropics. During this video, I'm going to compare Qualia Mind to MindLab Pro, which are both nootropic blends. So they've got a number of ingredients all formulated into this one product, which is going to help you with cognition. So these are the two most popular, they're the most reputable, they've both been around for a while, and they've got high quality ingredients. So to cut to the chase, what's best of the two is Qualia Mind when it comes to overall effectiveness. You're more likely to notice Qualia Mind working. That being said, it's a little bit more pricey if we look at the cost per serving. MindLab Pro being $2.30 per serving, and Qualia at this time anyway is $4.28 per serving. However, though, with Qualia, if you do subscribe, you're eligible to get your first bottle at a discounted price, which makes it only $2.10 per serving. And you get what you pay for. With Qualia Mind, you're getting 25 ingredients. With MindLab Pro, you're only getting 11 ingredients. So if you are somebody new to nootropics, maybe you're skeptical about nootropics and you want to try one thing and see if it works, then Qualia Mind would be your go-to, because I even have personal friends who said the reason they got into nootropics was because they tried Qualia Mind and saw groundbreaking results with their business. However, though, here's the neat thing. It's that MindLab Pro actually does have some advantages over Qualia Mind despite having far less ingredients. For one being lion's mane. So with MindLab Pro, they actually do contain 500 milligrams of organic lion's mane mushroom per the serving size, whereas Qualia Mind does not contain lion's mane, and maybe Qualia Mind has actually done this strategically. What we know about lion's mane is that it's a nootropic that will generally make us more curious. Sometimes we feel smarter, but it's not necessarily a nootropic that will enhance focus. And because I see it that with Qualia Mind's product, their mission was to make you a more focused version of yourself, not necessarily make you the most smartest. So based on this and a few inconsistencies between both nutritional labels, is that Qualia Mind seems more appropriate if you were to take it pre-workout as well. That's one reason I really like it. Sometimes I want that caffeine boost. Qualia Mind does contain a little bit of caffeine. It's also got a higher dose of L-tyrosine and has a much higher dose of vitamin B12, which are all responsible for much greater energy levels, make you more alert, make you more, you can say physically energized, not just mental. We can see vitamin B12, we've got 1,000 micrograms in the Qualia Mind product, whereas in MindLab Pro, we only have 7.5 micrograms. Both products do contain L-tyrosine in the N-acetyl form, N-acetyl L-tyrosine. Qualia Mind having a little bit more, 250 milligrams, versus MindLab Pro only containing 175 milligrams. This is the only critique I have to both nootropic blends. L-tyrosine is far more effective than N-acetyl L-tyrosine. It also seems to last longer. Plus, this is a little bit underdosed because this is one really strong ingredient that kind of feels like a natural form of caffeine. It's an amino acid, so it's relatively safe. It's found in chicken breast, it's found in egg whites. It really will give you a good amount of alertness and energy and concentration, and can even be a good tool for those of you who are looking for natural solutions to ADHD. So L-tyrosine, it's a great nootropic. I've discussed it in this video over here. I would rate that nootropic 10 out of 10. MindLab Pro is caffeine free, whereas Qualia Mind does contain a little bit of caffeine, just 90 milligrams. And I think this is great as a lot of the nootropics in the Qualia Mind product are going to work especially well with caffeine. There's like this synergistic effect to some extent. So I think the whole MindLab Pro and their target audience was to people who already know about nootropics, because people who already know about nootropics are more likely going to want to take their caffeine separately. But fortunately, I think Qualia Mind was very smart about this. They have a caffeine-free variation, and they even have a more budget-friendly version of Qualia Mind called Qualia Mind Essentials, which just has a few less ingredients. It's at a much lower cost, but honestly, it's got all the good nootropics which I like about Qualia Mind, including Bacopa, including L-tyrosine, including that great alpha GPC, which is a good choline source you're going to need for that mental energy. So that may be worth looking at if you're kind of constrained by your budget. Otherwise, I just have a few problems with the MindLab Pro. Looking at it, the rhodiola rosea is really underdosed. It's only 50 milligrams. This is a really effective ingredient for fighting fatigue. The way I describe rhodiola rosea is like, it's like taking a nap. It's a nap in a pill. So Qualia Mind did a great job with this. They have 300 milligrams. That made me really excited to buy it, knowing that I wouldn't have to take some rhodiola rosea on the side, because that's a nootropic I would put in my top 5 nootropics. And as well with Bacopa Monnieri, which is a great nootropic for improving your memory, as well helping you to better handle stress. Qualia Mind does have the good recommended dose, which is 300 milligrams per serving, whereas with MindLab Pro, they've only have 150 milligrams. And looking at the supplement facts of Qualia Mind further, I'll point out the ones which I've found really effective nootropic ingredients. First being acetyl L-carnitine. This is one especially good if you're fasted. You can definitely feel a little bit more alert. You've got that mental acuity. It's really good for helping you get through like 1 to 1.5 hours of good, challenging, stressful work. Taurine, which is going to help you kind of smoothen out the caffeine. A lot of people find that they feel lesser of a crash and they do feel a little bit more physical energy. That's a popular ingredient you'll find in pre-workouts generally. Qualia Mind also contains L-theanine, which is the amino acid that is found in green tea, responsible for making you feel very calm, very present. It feels very similar to taking ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is one of the best nootropics out there to help you handle anxiety and stress. But along with that, taking ashwagandha often does result in feeling demotivated, whereas when you take L-theanine, you kind of get in that relaxed feeling without feeling unmotivated and unproductive. L-theanine is in both blends. MindLab Pro contains 100 milligrams, Qualia Mind contains 200 milligrams. More is not always better, so some may argue that 200 milligrams is better. I think that considering the fact that Qualia Mind has caffeine makes it such that taking 200 milligrams of L-theanine does make sense, as generally speaking, as you add caffeine, you want to add a little bit more L-theanine to counteract some of the anxiety and jitters that come with caffeine. Qualia Mind has two variations of choline, whereas MindLab Pro only has the cetyl-choline. Qualia Mind also does contain 200 milligrams of alpha GPC, which is good not only for mental clarity, but there are some physical benefits that are often reported with alpha GPC. And we've even seen in studies that alpha GPC boosted human growth hormone levels. Next ingredient we have here is velvet bean seed extract, also known as mucuna pruriens, which is a way in which you can increase your dopamine levels. Think of it like just take a supplement, you've got higher dopamine levels, which means most likely you're going to experience being more motivated and more focused than typically. But I don't believe in taking mucuna pruriens every single day. I think that it's never good to artificially raise your dopamine levels. Maybe if you need to take it a few times a week, but maybe that's the reason why Qualia advises you to take 5 days on and 2 days off. And both Qualia Mind and MindLab Pro do contain 100 milligrams of phosphatidylserine, which is my favorite nootropic at fighting a sleep-deprived state. I remember when I was in college, there was a couple months when I was not getting much sleep, and I consciously remember taking phosphatidylserine twice per day, and my memory being pretty much like it would have been as if I was well rested, as well as my energy levels. So that is one nootropic maybe worth looking into. And looking at the rest of Qualia Mind, nothing really stands out too significantly. They have theobromine, which is a really rich antioxidant found in cocoa and found in chocolate. And the rest of the nootropic ingredients, maybe not too effective, but I would put a lot of trust into Qualia and all the people that have made this product. I'm sure there's a reason why they put that there, although they aren't necessarily ingredients that you can take them individually and notice something happening from them. And looking back at the MindLab Pro and the ingredient profile, there are some positives here. I'm not going to say thumbs down entirely to MindLab Pro. I think it's not a bad product to try out by any means, but if you have the budget, 100% go for Qualia Mind. You probably will not regret it. So you can be more productive, whether that means make more money, improve your grades, even be in a better mood. These nootropics are really powerful, and if you are new to nootropics, then these are two blends which are worth looking at. But even if you're somebody that is experienced with nootropics, like I've been personally taking nootropics for maybe 15 years now, these two products still do have a particular use for me. Let's say if I go on vacation and I don't want to take all my pills, then I would much rather take a nicely formulated product. Some other common questions are, does it matter when during the day that I take it? I would say if you're going to take Qualia, because it does contain caffeine, avoid taking it within 8 to 10 hours of sleeping, especially for those of you that are sensitive to caffeine. Do you need to take it fasted or you need to take it fed? That doesn't really matter too much. I actually notice Qualia and MindLab Pro more when I'm in a fasted state. So if you are somebody that practices intermittent fasting, I wouldn't be concerned about that. And some people ask whether it makes sense to add things like ashwagandha or lion's mane to your Qualia Mind. And my answer to that would be to use common sense. I don't think it's a good idea, because I think it's best for you to give these nootropics a proper try, like try the MindLab Pro or try the Qualia Mind for that month, and that way you can do a proper evaluation to see if it's worth repurchasing again. That being said though, I think that ashwagandha and lion's mane are not the most strongest potent ingredients out there, so you should be okay. Just make sure that you respond to them okay first. I don't think there's anything wrong with maybe one day you're a little bit more stressed to add a little bit of ashwagandha on top of your Qualia Mind. I've done that and I've seen success from it, but of course be really mindful of interactions. If you you do decide to take this nootropic blend or any nootropic discussed on this channel, please do so after discussing it with your doctor to make sure that it makes sense for you. And if you did get value from this video, consider subscribing and share the channel with someone you know so we can help more people out, and I will look forward to seeing you all next time.